Okay, I guess Fly doesn't want to rotate. That's fine. This is also normal for low elo. We don't make a big deal of the fact that he's not wanting to rotate, even though ideally I would keep on pressuring mid with Lux. Instead, we're just going to rotate back bot, and it's going to be spinning our wheels a little bit. We're not going to be able to accomplish much there, because we don't want to overextend all the way over here. Instead, we just rotate, and we shove it out as deep as we safely can, as we feel is safe. Okay, we crash that, and now I can rotate mid. It's not going to be for long, probably, because I can't crush it all the way into here. I could do that if I knew Ramos was top side. Oh, actually, we can just do the Drake. This is perfect. So we're just making sure that we maximize our CS in lane phase by continuing to obtain farm. Sorry, a past lane phase by continuing to obtain farm. Unfortunately, I'm not able to actually do much useful on the map, but at least I can obtain a Drake, and my CS is still staying relevant. She's dead as well. So, it certainly helps that I have 22 kills to carry a team fight like that, but another big factor again is just the near 10 CS per minute, which actually is kind of crazy because I remember I pretty much left lane phase with 6 CS per minute. So for the past 15 minutes, I've had something like 12 to 13 CS per minute to make up for that. We want something that's going to synergize well with Caitlyn, so, sorry, with Lux, so that's probably going to be Caitlyn. Otherwise we would maybe do Jhin. What else works with mages? Potentially Ezreal could have been okay, but I think Caitlyn is by far going to be the best. Actually, don't need to change my runes much. Probably, yeah, I'm gonna need to run Cleanse this game, actually. We need Cleanse for the Rammus, for sure. It's really good against Lysandra. If we're gonna be facing Pantheon in lane, it's nice to have against his W, even though it's not, like, crucial. Even against Aurelia, it's really nice to be able to cleanse her ult slow, and even her E stun if needed. And then all this is even more crucial when we're facing against Misfortune, because the utility of their CC is so much greater when they have a Misfortune who greatly benefits from the enemies being locked down into her ultimate. I take so much more damage from her ultimate when I'm locked down, on average, compared to when I'm not locked down, right? So that makes it even more important to be running Cleanse for whatever CC they do have, which is a lot. So this is a no-brainer CC, no-brainer Cleanse kind of game. Even though, funnily enough, it's probably, even though I'm laning against Misfortune, it's probably not actually going to be that important in lane, because I would assume that's Pantheon support, which, you know, his lockdown isn't that big, but yeah, for the mid to late game, Cleanse is going to be super crucial, and also it's going to be really good, hopefully, for avoiding Rammus ganks as well. Don't have the right support, then she can actually suffer quite a bit in lane. And she doesn't even scale as well as she used to either. Can't really control that. It should have actually been standing at the edge of the brush, so if I warded, I didn't just get to land a free auto on him. He wanted to force my ward and then walk out.
Let's investigate.
I'm assuming Pantheon started his W, right? Ooh. Oh, did I need to run Lethal Tempo here, by the way? Maybe not, but it should be fine. It's gonna be really good for Rammus later on. Is she? Okay. Wait, she has Ignite instead of Barrier. She seems not that great even for the elo. In Iron, though, you can just have, like, insane skill discrepancies. Whoa. Can we try and get this guy, maybe? Nice. Does he... He doesn't even have his top, by the way. God, I'm barely even winning this trade. Can't quite get that plating, but maybe on the next push, because we should try and push this anyway. We should push this, Lux. Don't start recalling. Don't abandon me. Okay, and she's randomly dead, so we should be able to crash this perfectly fine. Could be a free swim Pantheon there. I definitely can't do anything about it by myself, though. Yeah, that really should have been Lux's job, but it's Iron, so I can't really have too high expectations here. Is he gonna cancel me here? Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine there. I don't even have to cleanse there. I could tell he was more or less gonna die during the jump or right after it. Okay, well, that's the start. I probably will just do Collector until Lord Dominic's. I definitely need Lord Dominic's second for the Rammus, but overall I don't think their comp is really that tanky that I necessarily have to do Infinity Edge until Lord Dominic's. I think I'll scale just fine without the Infinity Edge rush.
I always
But Lord Dominic's definitely gonna have to be obligatory against Rammus. This is my first ranked game ever? Oh god. Oh no. Yeah, like I said, the skill discrepancies in Iron can be like massive. Because you can still like the very bottom of the ladder can be a mix of people who have been playing for like 5 years and just haven't gotten very good. But then people who are still so much worse than those people because they have exactly the same potential as those other people, but like 10 times less games. So they're obviously still gonna be a lot worse. But you literally cannot go any further to the bottom on the ladder, or at least like you're still gonna get matched with the other people anyway. Okay, that's an easy trap. Nice one. I guess I'll maybe try and focus on Misfortune's mistakes, the less obvious ones. And then in the mid to late game, we'll just focus on the macro. Oh, wow, I had a second trap there that forgot. Yeah, at the moment, it also certainly helps that we're playing Caitlyn Lux. We're able to abuse this matchup a lot more than if we had any other combo. Even when they do make mistakes, this matchup is just insanely punishing. You can try and place a trap behind her, so she's gonna walk into that. Oop. Unfortunately, I don't have a trap to place anymore, but that's fine. Ooh. Ah, auto cancelled. Saving my Q because I knew that I didn't really need it to kill Penta, and I knew that I could kill him slightly faster if I did, but overall, in case Misfortune wants to turn onto me, well, I'm probably gonna die here, but we'll see. Did she just flash in front of that? Okay. Okay, he's got his W activated. I don't want to touch him anymore. At least for now. Okay, I think it's gonna be running out. Okay, I just barely have time to finish him. Let's get out of here. I'm not going to try and shove in another wave. I don't know where the mid laner is. She might be roaming. Let's try and get into safety. This is a lazy recall, I think, from Lux. She should be accompanying me to wherever I want to go. Like, if I get that by Lissandra here, I'm going to have no help from Lux now, but I think we're going to be fine. Legendary Lux play? Yeah, that was surprisingly good, wasn't it? I feel like she actually... I wasn't paying too much attention, but it looked like she just flashed in front of the Rammus Q for me, because I think I would have died overall if she didn't do that. Yeah, what the hell, that's crazy. Maybe it was about to run out anyway, but I don't know. The fact that she even thought to do it in the first place is kind of crazy. What rank is she? Iron 4, level 140, so probably not a Smurf.
I am not Piltover's dog. I work for its people.
Weird. Oh, I thought I wouldn't kill that. My bad. Okay, I'm gonna start rotating over actually. I might be needed here. Ooh, actually I'm in trouble here. Let's try and get out. Okay, unfortunately not gonna happen. My bad, I guess I didn't realize how much damage I was taking. Looks like it was actually a mix of AoE from Lissandra, including her passive, and just damage from auto-attacking Rammus. When you add these all up, yeah, I literally lost half of my HP to just kind of like being in the area, no one actually really specifically focusing me. So I guess that explains that. What macro exists here? Nothing really special, to be honest. Like, just the only things I can do in macro-wise that I can point out is stuff like not overstaying, like recalling at the right moments. Overall, the strategy here is just push them in and keep killing them whenever they make mistakes. Nothing super advanced. Very basic.
As expected, I'm not here to serve. I'm here to protect.
Okay, we need to get some better vision as well. For now, I'm just gonna focus this, because I don't think we're immediately getting ganked by Rammus, right? I should be dead to this. Okay, nice. There was a Rammus indeed over there. We've already got the plating, so my focus here is gonna be to place my ward. Okay, they don't have a pink ward down. Oh, stop hitting. Stop stealing my CS, bro. It's just kinda something you have to accept from loyalist support still. I'm not gonna make a big fuss out of it. Okay, if she can lock down Rammus, I'll place another trap. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to finish him. Actually, I shouldn't even be trying to hit him with that. I just need to get out. Oh. Okay, she's dead at least. Okay, that's probably as long as I can stay here. In the topic of overstaying, yeah, this would be overstaying, I think. Pantheon, even while trying to crash this, is clearly not going to crash this in time to make me miss farm. So I'll continue basing. We can get the Berserkers, because we're clearly needing to DPS quite a bit here. But yeah, definitely going for the Lord Dominic second item. Rammus obviously just wants to rush some armor. So we're going to deal significantly more damage to him by going Lord Dominic's over Infinity Edge, even if usually potentially Infinity Edge would make more sense as a first item. Second item. No, stop. So if I was paying attention, I could try and ping her away in advance to not serve that wave, but because I wasn't paying attention, unfortunately, I'm just losing a lot of farm to Lux. Oh, actually, she seems to be alone. There might be a Pantheon ult or something, but... Oh, I tried to press ult sooner. Okay, it's fine. I had cleanse in case I needed to skip Pantheon. So I can try and just say in the chat, Lux, stop farming, please. As kindly as I can, although it is kind of passive-aggressive by nature, I think. And hopefully that helps. But there's no point, like, throwing a hissy fit over it. Like, people in Loyal are gonna, like, steal your farm. If you don't like it, play mid lane. Overall, like, the enemy ADC usually has to go through the same thing. It shouldn't really stop you from climbing, it's just something that adds a little bit of frustration, but if you just accept that, you'll hopefully at least be a little bit less frustrated about it. Okay, I thought that she would run into the tower for protection, that's why I placed that E there, but that's fine. Either way, it still takes me out of the turret. So I'm not taking aggro from that. She tilted because she died to the Rammus gank, is that it? I don't think so, I think she's just being either a little bit careless or... Like in general, supports in very low elos just don't like realize the fact that like a lot of the time the support logic when they're farming while you're not in lane is like, but you're not even in lane, of course I should take the farm. Like it's better than it going to nobody. But if you're just wiping out the wave before I arrive, you know, potentially there was 2 CS from the wave that I wouldn't get, but the rest of it I would get. Now there's like 7 to 9 CS that I'm not gonna get, you know. But supports, if they thought about it, if they looked at, you know, if they thought deeply into it, they would come to that conclusion themselves as well, but they're not thinking too deeply into it, so they're like, what, but you're not even in lane, of course I should take the farm. Okay, I guess Fly doesn't want to rotate, that's fine, this is also normal for low elo. We don't make a big deal of the fact that he's not wanting to rotate, even though ideally I would keep on pressuring mid with Lux. Instead, we're just going to rotate back bot, and it's going to be spinning our wheels a little bit. We're not going to be able to accomplish much there, because we don't want to overextend all the way over here. Instead, we just rotate. And we shove it out as deep as we safely can, as we feel is safe. And then we rotate mid very briefly. We'll show that off in a sec. Rammus in the area makes it a bit risky for me to shove. Let's see if I can... Oh. Okay. Low harassing ult for the misfortune. Okay, I think I can probably shove in one more wave after this wave, but it's going to be a lot riskier to try and like shove this as fast as I can, then go for that next wave. Instead, I want to wait a little bit, wait for that wave to come a little bit closer into me. Now you see when I'm shoving this wave, I'm basically in the same spot that I was already in. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of people coming from me now. Looks like Rammus is leaving already, so... Okay, we crashed that. And now I can rotate mid. It's not going to be for long, probably, because I can't crush it all the way into here. I could do that if I knew Rammus was top that. Oh, actually, we can just do the Drake. This is perfect. So we're just making sure that we maximize our CS in lane phase by continuing to obtain farm. Sorry, in a past lane phase by continuing to obtain farm. Unfortunately, I'm not able to actually do much useful on the map, but at least I can obtain a Drake. And my CS is still staying relevant. I could maybe try and choose Misfortune here, because she seems a little bit overextended. She didn't react in time to the threat of the Caitlyn walking up. Okay, that's fine, so she flashes away, so she gets to survive. But overall, at least we get something out of that. We see Rammus mid lane currently. He's staying for now. But so long as he's not actually on me, I should be safe to keep on pushing, I think. Yeah, I'm too late, obviously, to start rotating over to try and defend. I don't have any vision, so I don't see if Rammus is rotating bots, so I think I might just have to base here. I already have enough for Lord Dominic's anyway. Yeah, I can't just blindly assume that they're not going to rotate bot. So I'm gonna have to base.
No matter the situation.
Best ADC streamer for me, thanks for the content. No problem, man, thank you for the compliment. Okay, we see Misfortune is going to be showing in the spot lane wave, so now I can start rotating over to bot. There was... I suppose I could have rotated bot, but the main best time to rotate bot is when there's a wave about to crash. So you can, like, stay slightly grouped mid and be around in case the fight is going to randomly, unexpectedly start. But when the wave is crashing, I'm needed to respond. Is she... Did she just sneak into that brush? No, I can't see where she went, unfortunately. I don't want to just insta-shove here, because I don't know where Rammus is. I feel a little bit unsafe right now. Okay, I see him mid. I know for now I'm safe to push. Ideally, Lux would support me in the fact that I need to be getting farm bot, so she would get some vision for me, so I know I'm at least partially safe to push sometimes, but we don't have vision and we just adapt and we only push when we see Rammus was mid. Yeah, so I crashed that. Obviously can't keep on pushing the tier 2. Bear in mind, like, my teammates are pinging me, it's whatever. I couldn't really do anything about that, and you might think, oh, but you could have been there. Well, so could Misfortune, but she wasn't, because she was responding to me, right? My team just lost, what, a 4v4 or 3v3? I don't know, but it's not like they were disadvantaged because their ADC wasn't here. I'm just doing the best I can to keep my farm up without taxing my Vlad super heavily. So that... Like, yeah, the game isn't going well for now, but because I'm maintaining relevant farm, I'm always going to stay strong, and that's going to give me a decent chance of carrying this game. Me staying perma group mid and getting very little farm, or Vlad gets very little farm as a result, and then potentially still losing the fights anyway, because I'm still not strong enough to carry as a 2-item ADC. That's not going to help me carry this game. Oh, hang on. Okay, I need to potentially respond to this Misfortune again. So long as Misfortune keeps shoving in waves, I need to keep rotating bot to respond to them, so I can't just be permanently grouped. As much as that would be nice. This is why as the losing ADC, you still have to keep that pressure up on the sideline as well, to force the enemies to keep responding to you. Like, even though she's pretty much useless, she's, you know, 2 and 7. She keeps forcing us to respond, which means I'm not permanently grouped and I don't get to use my lead to carry this game. To try and carry this game anyway. Okay, do I feel confident enough to keep on pushing? Maybe not. See... Okay, I think I can actually. The only person that can possibly come from me right now is Rammus. Oh, is he actually going to try and solo kill? I guess I'll cleanse. Okay. His W is out. It's up now, but I think I can finish him. Nice one, nice one. Okay, that was unexpected of him to just try and solo kill me there. Fortunately, because I have the Lord Dominic second, like, if I had Infinity Edge, I'm 100% sure I couldn't kill him there. And potentially... I don't know if I would die overall with the cleanse, maybe I'm just too safe, but... Nice. Yeah, so at the moment, I'm definitely not doing much with my lead. I've obtained 1 or 2 kills, but overall, like, I'm not really impacting the map at all. That's okay. A low elo macro is so messy that it can take a while for you to impact the map. At some point, there will have to be a fight, though, where I can actually participate. Can just pick up whatever mid lane farm there is to pick up here. And then again, we can see Vlad is not rotating bot. If I wanted to put in the effort, I could try pinging bot and try typing in chat, Vlad, could you go bot so that I can actually stay group mid? If he was willing to do that, that would be the ideal thing to do. But I'm just going to assume that he's not willing to do that. And it also shows you what you should do in this situation if the mid laner doesn't want to rotate at all. Okay, I think the enemies all might be bot side for Drake, so I need to be a little bit cautious here. I could try ulting Misfortune when she appears in vision, by the way. Because I'm unsafe to push, I'm just gonna, I guess, gonna freeze here. For now. She doesn't have much sustain, so these ults are really annoying for her. Okay, we actually see some enemies on the map. Now we see Pantheon and Lissandra and Rammus. I know that I'm good to push now. So in the process where I was freezing, not only was I really safe, but also managed to deny like a full wave from Misfortune since it wasn't safe for her to walk up to me. Now I can see that I can fully commit to shoving in this wave completely. I could potentially rotating there could also be an option, but this is the more guaranteed outcome where I just get an extra wave. I can't keep on pushing that turret because I'm too easy to collapse on, but I can start rotating now. Who is pinging me overall? I'm gonna ping Diana. If there's anybody else pinging me, I'm gonna mute them as well. Okay, they might want to do Drake here. Okay, my team are not bot side, so I'm gonna have to let that happen, unfortunately. Okay, they don't have vision here, I don't think, so somebody should run into this. Oh my god, he almost died. Here, they're not on that. I could have ulted Misfortune again, actually, while she was in vision. Okay, I just need one more wave, and then I can base for Infinity Edge, and then is when I'm going to be really huge, and then I'm actually confident that if I get into a fight, I actually carry it. 2 out of ADC, not so strong. 3 out of ADC, quite so strong. There's kind of a chance that I die here if I overextend, but I think I'm fine, actually. We see Rammus mid now. Even if he didn't show up, I was just going to have to take the risk, I think. Do I keep on shoving, actually? Yeah, if Misfortune shows up, I can maybe abuse her. Or maybe I'll just rotate for this fight. Or I can... Yeah, actually, if I flank Misfortune here, if she doesn't have a ward, then she should die. There we go. We'll shove out this wave and immediately start recalling. Or I'll just kite backwards into the turret. Because it might try and collapse from here. There could be a Pantheon Lissandra, I suppose. I don't know where... not Lissandra, sorry. Aurelia. It looks like I'm fine, though. I'll keep an eye on the map while I'm recalling. Okay. I'm 3.5 items. Like, basically, Quick Look is most of... the far cannon build path. So I'm actually insanely strong right now. Clearly I've just been spinning my gears for, I don't know, like the past 10 minutes. I've achieved basically nothing. Like I haven't taken a turret or won a team fight or anything. Just had like 1 Drake since lane phase ended. But that's fine because I'm staying strong, so I know when this game suddenly does explode, I'm gonna be huge and I have a really good chance of carrying it. Also at this point I can start neglecting maybe the bot lane turret a little bit and actually start and bot lane farm as well in general, because it's not so important for me to farm now that I'm actually already strong. It was very important for me to get strong. Now that I'm strong, it's a little bit more important to try and impact the map. Hello, Lissandra. We can place a trap under her. Caitlyn is very good into Lissandra for this reason. Oh, Zhonya's, that's fine. We're very, very good into Zhonya's too. Okay, I think we'll actually go top. Somebody should eventually respond to this, but it looks like they're not fully committed onto body there, and we have a Herald, which we can place mid, while I'm going to be pushing top. Getting a lot of farm there. Like, everything there is scary. It's scary, I know, like, leaving all this stuff undefended, but we can hopefully try and match it. We don't necessarily need to all recall as a team. Ideally, one person would deal with this. Oh. I'll cleanse that. Okay, that was kind of unexpected. That she would try and all in me when she was already 20% HP, otherwise I wouldn't have started channeling ult, but that's fine. Makes the cleanse, it's not even really close. Oh. Okay, nice. Very unlucky for him that he didn't kill Lux. Looks like overall this could have gone quite a bit better for our team. They ended up dying. Kinda scared of getting collapsed on there, so I didn't want to stay. Plus there's a lot of farm to get if we recall. I had most of that wave, now let's rotate over here and get most of this wave. Maybe I even kill Rammus here, actually. Probably not, but I can try ulting. Yeah, I don't do enough damage to him with ult, unfortunately. If I landed the Q, probably, but wasn't really gonna happen. Okay, now I can actually get full crit build. That means I'm not quite full build, but I've got 100% crit, which is full build in a sense. In a sense. In a weird way of looking at it. I was already huge, now I'm colossal. Well, it's mainly my poke capabilities that have been amplified, and also my DPS. Which is very good for Rammus, for example. Okay, nice. I managed to preserve my headshot, which could be huge if I'm going to try and one-shot someone here. Or poke somebody with my fire cannon. Ooh, didn't quite get into range. That's fine. Maybe my E comes back up in time to try that again. It's a little bit risky. I don't want to E forwards if I'm going to be potentially at risk, but... Okay. If I landed the Q, he would have been dead because of the preserving of the headshot. So I'm going to just preserve my headshot here as well. Fuck it, I'll let Vlad have the CS. Oh, he didn't take it. Okay, I should have queued it then, I suppose. But yeah, like, because there's so much value in me holding my headshot, I didn't even want to take that cannon. You holding your headshot can literally just make such a huge difference. It could be the difference between a kill or not. A one team fight. Oop. If nobody blocks, she's dead. That flash, though. Yeah, so this game I think is overall a perfect example of the macro that you need to carry low elo games, or like just even to min-max your win potential in low elo games. Even if you don't have the mechanics or skill to carry games, this is gonna at least increase your chances if you follow the game plan that I was doing earlier, where I'm just maximizing my farm and not really impacting the map at all, unfortunately, for the early mid game, just because of how my team kept taking fights when I was in a position where I had to push. Nice. I don't know why I kept rotating there, by the way. Apparently we should be in mid, because they placed a herald there. Let's see if I can maybe clean it up, though. I got a headshot charged. Maybe I can kill Lissandra or someone with that. She died to 2 autos. Okay. She's dead as well. Holy shit. Nice one. So, it certainly helps that I have 22 kills to carry a team fight like that, but another big factor again is just the near 10 CS per minute, which actually is kind of crazy, because I remember I pretty much left lane phase with 6 CS per minute. So for the past 15 minutes, I've had something like 12 to 13 CS per minute to make up for that. Okay, they're pretty much all dead, so... Wait, I'm taking so much damage here, holy shit. Crap. Ah, I fucked that up, my bad. Should've just accepted my death. Even if I could save myself using both of my summoners there, I shouldn't have done it. The main thing that I could do better there was I should have had better trap placement on the Pantheon ult, then maybe I wouldn't even need to use any summoners to escape. Imagine if you are bronze Caitlyn in this game, like a full division over the rest, it is most likely a lost game. Maybe, but I don't feel like I've had to do much special this game in terms of mechanically outplaying. Like I'm sure like an actual bronze player would maybe find a lot of ways to fuck up a lot of the plays that I did well in. But I wouldn't say it's like unwinnable for the average player. I think mainly macro alone would be good to give yourself a decent shot. They're too low, so I just trap forwards aggressively and try and clean up. I know that I'm untouchable there. Upgraded boost better than a pot? Honestly, I don't know. I suppose maybe not. Didn't really think about it. Should we do Baron? Yeah, we probably can. I'm just gonna shove out this wave. Make sure they don't have a chance to push in.
Never a dull moment.
And we'll rotate over. Nice one. Hello, Yeet. Okay, I no longer really need to farm. I'm well past full build. It's not really any upgrades I can make to my build.
By a long shot.
Vlad can have that. In fact, actually, so I should just charge my headshot and that's it. Got my headshot charged. I'm ready to rip on anyone who gets into my sight. Okay, he's not sticking around to shove it in this wave, so I'll do it for him.
What others do not.
Headshot charged, the rest of the minions we clear with the Q. Oh. Won't be able to get him range for a trap in time, so we'll just start guessing. Whoa. Why didn't she just ult me? I don't think it makes a huge difference. Without any follow-up from her team, I wasn't gonna struggle there. Honestly, I was a bit impatient here. I should have just held on to my headshot and let my team finish off that Drake, I think. Finishing off the Drake a little bit faster I don't think is as important as keeping my headshot charged. Because you just never know when that's gonna make a difference. Okay, we charged it up.
Call for a sheriff.
Oh, got eaten up by the Pantheon. Okay. Okay, misfortune. I felt like I wasted a headshot. I should have used it on Rammus. She was already basically dead. Okay, we can finish off a rally here. Nice one. Yeah. And that's how you play the macro in a very low elos. GG. Morgana. So that could potentially be another good Caitlyn game again. I think it just makes perfect sense to go for Caitlyn again.
I'm on the case.
Should I have run cleanse here? No. We're playing with Morgana. It's fine. Plus against Tristana, you really want that barrier. Every little extra tankiness you can get against Tristana is quite valuable. Because she has so much burst, but once that burst is over, her DPS is not that great, even with her Q. Any tips to improve either when reflecting, losing, and getting stumped? What's the mindset to have? You want to look at the little moments that cause these losses, not like, oh, I lost a team fight, damn, what could I have done better here? It's like, no, a lot of the time you lost that team fight because you were down a lot of gold, because you fucked up the rest of the game, you know? So when you die in lane, you need to think about like, what caused this? You can also, if you have generally low CS per minute throughout the game, try and look at the moments where you're not getting much CS and think to yourself, what could I have done better here? Like, could I have been on some other part of the map? Could I have been like farming raptors? In general, what is costing me here, CS here? And you're not necessarily going to get the answer right away, but just thinking about these things as opposed to not thinking about these things is gonna go a long way towards helping you figure it out eventually. Is he reading YouTube chat or just Twitch? Twitch chat is the main one I'm reading because it's like closer to my vision. I try and read YouTube chat as much as I can as well, but I literally just don't notice a lot of the messages. And I don't have time to read absolutely everything, so I'm sorry if I miss anything. You have better chances of having your message read if you type on Twitch.
Oh, Yordle. How cute.
But anyway, we want to try and harass Tristana before the level 2 as much as we can. But in general, so long as we're getting the push, that's fine as well. Okay, she's got the bomb on us, we disengage. If she wants to trade back now that she's in our wave, that's fine. Already kind of fucked up, I shouldn't be lower HP than Tristana. I suppose it's fine, because Lux has already missed out on some HP at least. We'll level traps, because if Morgana lands a trap... sorry, W, a Q, sorry, we want to be able to combo that. Any little damage that we can land on Tristana, even if it's just like a pass through Q, passing through the minions, is really valuable. This should be Luck's dead, I believe. Yep, nice. Okay, nice. I would assume, yeah, Tristana's running barrier, so I believe she still has that. Oh, she should be dead here. Even with the barrier, it doesn't matter. She's just... Oh, she actually managed to escape in time. Okay. The lockdown didn't last long enough. Suppose I could have tried to flash trap in range in time, but... Oh. Too risky. I'm gonna take... No, I'm gonna take threat damage trying to place my trap there. I don't think that was a good time for me to try and follow that up, unfortunately. If I had Q up, which I assume I didn't, then I could have tried to follow up with that, but that was it. I don't know where the enemy jungler is. I'm a little bit scared here. I don't know how hard I want to try and commit towards a kill, but I also want to... The awkward thing is that if I go place a ward, then I'm missing out on this opportunity to focus this plating. Oh, don't use Ryu in the whiff. Yeah, I also don't want to place a ward when I can just recall instead. So we got the plating. Let's peace out now. Hopefully Morgana will just recall here. What I definitely don't want her to do is to use her W on this wave. I can't prevent it though. So I've already spam pinged her back. She's clearly not listening. I'm not gonna be... I'm not gonna do anything that might make her angry and might make her troll. I continue to spam ping her back. And I'm not gonna like call her slurs in chat either. I'm just gonna accept that this is the situation. My support is griefing me a little bit, unintentionally or intentionally. It doesn't really matter which way it is. It's happening and, you know, we just deal with it. No point getting distressed over this. Like, if this is something that's happening to you pretty much every game in Iron, well, it's not ideal, but you can accept it. It'll greatly improve your quality of life. Trust me.
It's my business to know what others do not.
Okay, nice. She clearly can't trade back onto me because we're in a 1v2 lane, so me just trapping into her. Sorry, netting into her so that I can hit her with the headshot is very valuable. That's easily a good use of my 75 mana and also of my net cooldown. Happens even in Master? Very, very rarely. I remember one time I made a big deal out of it, like posting a clip of it. Because it was like so mind-blowingly bad that my Master support stayed in that situation and like AoE'd my wave in that scenario. It is so insanely rare. Okay, definitely time to play some vision. Actually, we see Yorick. He's in a flank position, so I'm not gonna try and punish Lux for too long here. I'm gonna place a ward behind us, I suppose, to see if Yorick is flanking, and maybe also check the golems. He's not behind us right now. There he is. This Yorick is really low. He shouldn't be trying to get me here anymore. There might be a Tristana follow-up, that would be fine. Okay, I get hit by the Lux Q. I've still got barrier, so overall I'm confident I would survive if Tristana jumped on me. Okay, nice. It's not smart of Yorick, clearly, to be trying to turn on me there when he had 20% HP. He ends up surviving, but it does end up being a bad fight for his team. And I potentially could have maybe flashed on him to finish him off, but I wasn't confident enough that I would survive if I flashed forwards. I needed to save it in case I needed to flash backwards. Oh shit, he's back. Shit. Okay. Did she not have cooldowns? I figured that she was probably gonna get close enough to me that we could trade 1-for-1. I guess because of my auto attack range, she didn't actually get an auto attack range, but could she really not ability me either? That was surprising. I didn't expect that to be just a clean kill. But I'll take it. Alright, I need to rush into lane ASAP. I can't wait for a quick cloak, because this wave is gonna kill my wave really fast, and if it's fortunate someone shows up to crash it, then it's also gonna die even faster, so I need to rush into lane as fast as I can. Funny how Vapora has to consider Morgana's fragile eagle. Jesus, no, ego. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. You don't know how people are going to react to you being insistent. Insistent is not, I think, a bad quality. Like, if you really want to emphasize to your support, like, no, you shouldn't be doing this. Please don't do it. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. But, you know, we all know from experience, it is going to lead to bad results. People's egos will get hurt and they will lash out. It's not everybody, but a lot of the time it's going to happen, and you want to avoid it clearly because it's not good for climbing to have your teammates troll half your games. So yeah, you'd have to be a little bit careful about how insistent you are in trying to get your supports to stop farming. Whatever you try and say to them to try and get them to stop, you have to try and word it as politely as possible and not force it too hard if they're not listening to you. Oh man. Ooh, there should be a kill on Lux. Oh, I can't quite reach the Annie, but I can finish her with ult if needed. That's fine, not needed. Okay, we give up the Drake. Maybe that was on, like, my bad. Maybe I could have shoved in the wave sooner, or maybe I could have rotated without shoving in the wave. I wasn't really paying attention. I was talking about, you know, the fragile ego thing. But it's fine. Overall, the outcome is much more positive to us than it was to them. Yeah, exactly. Drake for 4 kills is not a good trade in any world. Maybe for Soul, maybe. Oh, that's fine. I was not being very careful there. If I didn't have lethal tempo stacks, I think I would have lost that. Is she gonna... Ah, she won't die, unfortunately. Whoa! 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 You clearly weren't gonna die there. What? Flash. Oh wait, I'm trolling here. I'm probably dead. It's what I deserve. Let's see if Trist walks into the trap. She does. Holy crap, I guess I live then? I have barrier if I need it. I can't really walk here to follow up against the Lux. I just have to wait for her to waste her skill shots and try and shove in the wave. Fortunately, Morgana kills her by herself. Okay, I don't know why Tristana didn't just immediately jump on me, because I 100% should have died there. That is really lucky that she just didn't know how to play that situation. I didn't not do much special there. Like, it's not a huge outplay that allowed me to live. It's literally just I got lucky that her response wasn't adequate. Okay, Morgana can go for the plating. I just need the base. Yeah, we can definitely go for Infinity Edge second item, so I'm gonna wait a little bit for the pickaxe. That's worth. Quick question, are you always smurfing? I swear I always see you on a smurf. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I streamed on a main account, or even off stream that I played on my main account. I don't really play League for fun too much. It's almost always for content. And the best content, if I'm doing like educational content for low elo players, is low elo content. So that's what I focus on. If I was playing for fun, I would at least play in high-low, like, probably most of the time, really, because I'm kind of bored of smurfing. I've done way too much smurfing. Like, I would just spam Aphelis in high-low, but spamming Aphelis is not what I want to do if I want to, like, get views or, like, provide the most educational content for my viewers possible, because a lot of people aren't interested in Aphelios. It's, like, too different from most ADCs. And playing Aphelis in high-low is also, again, just not the greatest move, both if I want views and also if I want to actually provide educational value. A lot of people might, like, not like educational content and think that it's unethical or whatever, but I do think it is just the best content to make to actually help people. Obviously, I'm not helping the enemies that I'm beating, but, you know, for everybody who's viewing, I think it is more useful overall to see how a high-low player navigates low-elo than it is to see them navigate high-low, which is like an entirely different game to what you're playing. Misfortune, or sorry, Lux wasted her shield, didn't she? So I can harass Tristana. Close, she almost died there. Whoa, damn, okay. That's sad. Oh well, flash for flash could be worse. Once I got Tristana that really low, by the way, I no longer really had to be afraid of the Lux Q. That again, this time it wasn't. It was sort of an outplay, of course, that I managed to dodge the Lux Q. Not everybody could do that. But the thing is, even if I get hit by Lux Q, I maybe take some damage, but if Tristana tried to follow up, she was so low she would just get one shot, right? That's why I could afford to take that risk. The last time I did that, it was really dumb, because you could see that once I got hit by the Lux Q, it took Tristana being, like, playing it really bad for me to actually live. This time there was no such thing. This was always going to be a good scenario for me once I got Tristana that low in the first place. I would try and play more aggressively there again as well, but I'm not sure that I would survive if I get ganked by Yorick, so I'm just going to start recalling. Should put a Smurfing disclaimer in each game. Would that help?
One must never start an investigation without first examining the evidence.
Dunno. I would love to see some Hilo Fellas gameplay. I mean, I would like to play it, but I had to stop doing it because it wasn't getting any views anymore. It was like when I was... It used to be that I would like only make Smurf content. And maybe it got really stale or something, because when I switched to doing some Hilo content, the Hilo content was actually doing really well, which surprised me. Like, it was basically a Fellows only in Hilo, and people were clearly enjoying it because it was getting views, right? So like, oh great, this is exactly what I want to be doing anyway, so I'll keep doing it. But as I kept doing it, it stopped getting views, because I think people were getting bored of it. And it's to the point now where anything that Hilo that I upload, it doesn't get views, and only the Smurfing content gets views, so... Yeah, like the Hilo stuff I guess only works when it's new, not so much when it's like something regular that I do. So eventually I'll do some Hilo content for sure, but it's just not, it can't really be my focus. Okay, so at the moment the spot lane wave is really pushed in, so I don't need to immediately rotate over there. We can rotate mid. Maybe we can make a play on Annie if she's not being careful enough. I'll try and headshot net into her, sorry. Oh, she's dead. Perfect. Okay, so that was a bit reckless from her. Usually we wouldn't be able to actually get a kill there. I'll make sure we're helping the team get the turret, make sure that goes down. Perfect. Now I'm going to rotate bot. But basically, during the time that Tristana spends shoving in this wave, I have that small window to rotate mid and just see what happens. Sometimes it's ganking the enemy mid laner and killing them. Sometimes it's just like doing some turret damage after helping my mid laner push in the wave. Sometimes it's just literally being there and just being around in case a fight happens, so that I can impact the game by participating in that fight and being like a counter ganker. But either way, just doing anything there is better than just, you know, just hanging around bot and not actually doing anything. It's not actually safe to push in the bot lane with. Playing into Jinx, so that could be a good Twitch angle. But, oh my god, she's smart, she banned Twitch. Okay, you know what the second best ADC against Jinx is? Misfortune. Ideally we'd be playing Misfortune with an engaged support, a lockdown support. Senna is not quite that, but she does at least have some kind of lockdown to help deal a shitload of damage to the Jinx. Whenever she lands her W, I can just ult the Jinx. And if she doesn't have cleanse, she is going to be forced to stand in the ult for a while. And if she can't just flash away afterwards, then she probably just dies. Should I go like hybrid lethality build? I think so. These are my favorite builds right now, I think. Which means I want to do Collective Rush into like Opportunity maybe. Or Yomu's. Or Hubris. Hubris would be actually very nice. This is awkward for Jinx, because for the lane, she really probably should run cleanse just for the Senna Misfortune interaction, but then cleanse would be useless for absolutely everything else, so she probably just has to run barrier. Should I trade with her? Yeah, fuck it. Oh, wow. I expected to land more than one auto, but sure, that works. Do I want a ward in there? Nah, it's too late. Should have immediately, if I wanted to extend the trade, I needed to immediately walk back and walk through there, to ward there, without giving my play away. But I don't want to run into the Zyra E in vision. Oh, she's sticking around. She's clearly trying to bait me into the Zyra E or something, but... Perfect. Yeah, like, just so long as I don't get too close, it doesn't matter if I fail to hit her a few times. Okay. I probably don't want to trade now, I might be 1v2. Senna ideally wouldn't leash. Oh well. To avoid being bullied by the Zyra, I want to stay away from that brush as long as she's in the brush. I obviously can't force a trade onto her, but she can force a trade onto me. So I want to stand away from that brush and force her to have to walk out and go into plain sight if she wants to trade with me. Or I can actually hit her back. Big trade there. Hello, Samuel. Oh, come on, Senna.
Nothing but powder monkeys.
Okay, I'm not gonna level E. Don't think it's gonna be much use. Can you get Exalted Jinx skin from chest? I don't think so. Is that Jinx smurfing? Maybe. I'm not getting the vibe from her so far, but we'll see. I could try and check soon, but I want to focus on CSing for now. Oh, crap. Doesn't look like she's smurfing. Unless she's account sharing. Actually can't force a trade there. Tried to E her because I wanted to slow her so I could actually land the PTA, but I was 1v2 there, so it wasn't really doable. That's fine. Not really at risk of dying here. I have a jungler around as well, but I didn't notice that. Okay, nice. We actually landed so much damage there. I took a lot of damage as well, but I had a lot of HP to spare, so it's okay. Okay, they're not staying, so I'm gonna base. Not even gonna go for the plating, I don't think it's worth. Ever heard the new Sleep Token album? No, I actually forgot that was out already. Should give it a listen soon. Maybe at the gym. What are obvious Aphelios angles? Mainly I like to pick them into passive matchups. Like if you have an enchanter and you're facing an enemy enchanter as well, well, enchanters aren't really gonna force too much aggression onto each other, right? So it's kind of hard to punish Aphelios in that situation. And there's not really anything you can pick to outskill him either. Well, I'm not forcing the trades I would like to on the Jinx, but I'm a little bit outranged by the Zyra. Mainly I'm gonna start kicking in at level 6. We're almost there. So it's more about support matchup than ADC? Yeah, exactly. There's still a lot of room for the ADC matchup to influence it as well, though. Like, if you're into Vayne, for example, it's almost always good to pick up Helios. Helios is really good into Vayne. Nice. Oh, God. This shit, I'm actually dead here, maybe? Oh, God, I'm so perma-slowed by those plants. Alright, it's a shame we didn't get more follow-up from the Senna, but... could be worse. At least I live. She didn't expect me to go in, clearly, but... my reaction time was a bit lacking, even... considering that. Oh, thank God Senna blocked that for me. I didn't notice Jinx was level 6. I might have to base at some point. Sad. It might have gotten a lot better if Jinx hadn't flashed away as well. Which is of course her only counterplay to Misfortune ult. At least I think I have enough for both of my components here, so I'll be really close to Collector now. And for some reason they're basing here as well. I think they should have stayed because they clearly had me on the ropes. They should have kept pushing their advantage until I was eventually forced to base. Or until Viego came to dive me, one or the other. Or potentially they could just find a way to solo kill me as well, like if Jinx ult came back up. Oh my gosh, she's just been DPSing the wave. Oh well. I can look at the Jinx's profile after this game, but I don't know about her being a Smurf. Like, her farm is really bad, even though she's not really getting shit on at all. What? Why did I suddenly start moving down? Maybe I was attack moving. Oh, did I have a pink ward down yet? Is she seriously not gonna place it? Wow. Well, I clearly can't keep contesting that pink they might be potentially about to place. Alright, from here we should have Senna positioning fairly aggressively. If we land the W onto Jinx, that could potentially just be a kill right there. So we just keep fishing for Senna Ws. In the meantime, we just keep zoning her. I don't want to keep pushing. I want to force her to walk up to the wave. Okay, maybe I just base for Collector here then. Hey, Jen. Do not DPS the wave, please. Oh, yes! These arrow plants are perfect for me. But stop DPSing the goddamn wave, bro. Where do you currently reside? England? Yes. Oh, I guess he flashed out. Wasn't really sure. Oh, wait, he's still here, what the fuck? What is trolling? What? Imagine if I was paying attention, man. So weird. Okay. It's not gonna do it again, I guess. She's DPSing the wave. She's trying to get it to die as fast as possible, trying to deny me farm. We actually need more vision down. Get the super safe from Diego. She's sitting on 3 wards. Oop, wrong ping. We want to get the splitting soon, but we need vision. I need to keep pinging this to her until she does it. Biggest priority is we need vision. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Damn it. Second... Oop. This is the second ult I use, and it's the second time that the person I'm focusing just immediately flashes out. Very underwhelming use of my ultimates so far. I could have tried to use it while she was locked down. It would have done more damage, but she still wouldn't have died, so it doesn't really matter. This is just the downside of playing Misfortune without a lockdown support. Like, at the very least, you know, it's a positive that just by ulting I force a flash every time. But it's not as nice as getting a kill. I think she's alone, right? Oh, not anymore. Ah, something should walk up close enough. Definitely not gonna walk up close enough there. Because you can also maybe just recall for us with a Dirk now. Yeah, I'm gonna try Hubris second. We'll see how that goes. Are you from London? No, I live in Hull. Should be really far up in Adams, but unfortunately because I'm 1v2 I can't really abuse it too hard. Ah, I meant to cute. Okay, it's fine. I landed. Gotta remember Zara doesn't have flash this time as well. Okay, she's dead. I got an Adam advantage, remember, so let's reinforce it. Perfect. There we go. Barely even needed the ult. But yeah, I had a huge Adam spike here with the Collector plus a Reddit Dirk. Nice one. Hopefully I'm not getting ganked by Viego. Senna's biggest priority here again should just be placing a ward there. Oh. Ah, didn't kill the wave. It's the kind of wave, so it's should be fine to recall here. Alright, again, Senna, you need to stop DPSing the wave. Okay, eventually she listens. I just have to keep doing it every single time, though. But at least she listens eventually. I think we should be good to force. Don't have a jungler right now. Can I one-shot these things if I Q them? I don't know. Oh, I do. Nice. That's good to know, actually. Very good to know. Because I could potentially use the Zara plants to just free crit Q at an enemy champion behind them. Okay, I've got ult back up. Does Jinx have flash? No, she doesn't. So she's really vulnerable right now, actually. Ah. Okay, Viego's behind us. I'm really strong. If Senna would help, maybe I can actually kill him, but... Ow. Okay, I think we killed him here. Yeah, holy shit. This double Senna lockdown into my ultimate. Fucking hell, there it is. There's the potential we talked about. Well, actually, I wasn't even talking about the AoE potential. I was only talking about how one person getting locked down into my ultimate can kill them. But yeah, two people getting locked down, even better. Close. Okay, I've got a big power spike if I base here, so I'm not gonna greet this turret, I don't think. Actually, okay, if we're all committing for this, I might as well stay. I suppose it is the right call so long as no enemies are around to defend. Definitely need to base now, though. Just barely missed out on first tower. Damn. We can still potentially get the objectives beat, though.
Step 2.
Either go for Swifties right now, or I just delay boots until until it's a better time to go for Berserkers when I have actually more attack speed scaling, which is gonna be when I have more crit. Oh, we did get the tower feed. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, Viego's topside, so they're not doing Drake. Let's start with the Herald. Nice one. Just need one more objective, so if we can get the Drake, that would be perfect. Are they on this Drake? Not yet. Okay, Hammer died. Oh my god, I live. For now, barely. Yeah, I just live. Holy shit. Nice try. What's her HP? I don't even know. No sign of her. I can go lifesteal a little bit. But because she outranges me, she's advantaged if we actually end up finding each other. Very advantaged. Holy shit, I'm taking such a big risk here. Like, it's kind of dumb, but if I do get the lifesteal a bit... Oh, and I leveled up too. Crap. I'm missing lost stats. This sucks. If I run into her now, I just one-shot her, I believe. And survive long enough to one-shot her. Okay, I've got Lord Dom's time to base. We get it. Huge. Okay, now I guess it is a priority to get boots. I've got some credit, I've got 50%. And I could potentially upgrade them. I don't know if I want to upgrade them before Infinity Edge though, but at least get the boots, yeah.
No prey, no pay.
I can catch this bot lane with, since nobody else on my team would do it. Whoa. Oh wow, he just got melted. Fucking hell. I'm really strong though. I only have like, well, only 6 kills. But I have 10 CS per minute on top of that, so...
I know what I'm doing.
Now the gold in my pocket.
Step 2.
Actually, there's a turret there. I can't do this. Or can I? Actually, if this goddamn mini wave will actually reach this turret, I can just one-shot the turret. Okay, here we go. God, my damage, man.
It's smaller than the diagram.
Are they both dead? Oh my god, I didn't even expect to send a W. I was just harassing with my... Dead? Eventually. Yeah, I was just harassing with my ER combo, because I knew they were both lined up in such a way that they would take insane damage from it. I didn't actually necessarily expect anyone to die. Although I thought there might be a possibility. But wow, the send a W was the cherry on top. No way they could survive that. Do you always go PTA? On Misfortune, personally, yes, it is my personal preference. I don't like PTAs. I don't like First Strike as much. Dark Harvest is okay, I could run that, but I generally do prefer PTA for early game bullying. Oh wow, I was actually so close to Infinite Edge. Should have stuck around for that.
You've got dangerous eyes. I like that.
Testing build, or is this the best build? It could arguably be among the best builds, yeah. If you want to go for like full scaling though, you would go Collector into Lord Dominic's into Infinity Edge. But I think probably more consistent in terms of actually winning games would be Collector into Hubris. I feel like Hubris is really good on Misfortune. One more auto and he's dead, but I can't reach him. Oh, I just barely don't have ult. Okay, here we go. Oh, I didn't kill Heimer. No! Oh my god, that's sad. Get away, Talon. Oh my god, Kane. Oh my god, Kane. What the fuck? You should have just smited her and immediately ulted her. Oh, what a disaster. Yeah, I thought I would one-shot Heimer with that ult, but... He just... That's honestly like a script, the way that he immediately walked out. I just doubt it's a script, it's just incredibly lucky. It's not quite frame perfect, but it's almost frame perfect that he moved to the side as I started ulting. Like, clearly that wasn't a reaction, that was just very lucky timing for him. He should have got popped. They're not doing Baron, are they? God, that would be terrible. My team should acknowledge that they might be and start running towards there. Like Talon, for example. You shouldn't be going for farm at a time like this, because if they get Baron, that's like the only possible way they could try and turn this game around. Thankfully, with Jinx not being there, it seems like they're probably not. Yeah, they're not. But there should have been a bigger priority for my team to actually check that.
Smaller than the diagram.
Wait, I lost vision. What is that luck, bro? I lost vision exactly as he had a chance to kill me. What the fuck? All good. Still worked out. Potentially only thanks to barrier. I could maybe kill Heimer if he's gonna keep pushing here. ER would kill him. Oh, he's not gonna keep pushing. Okay, whatever. It's still a free wave for me. I suppose Bloodthirster Funnel item could be worth. I don't need 100% crit, I suppose. Would be really nice though, but can live without it. We should probably focus this Drake actually. Fuck the farm. Oh my god, she actually stole it, goddamn. Oh, hello. What the hell? I didn't expect Viego there. That was the most random engage on of all time. Where the fuck did he come from? Oh man. Did we have a jungler around? We did, so that was just a pro smite from him, I suppose. Yeah, what the hell? I just ran into them without realizing. Fuck me. What was I looking at? I was looking at the mid farm. But like, it's just so... They shouldn't even be trying to engage on me like that, because they cannot possibly be relying on me not looking at where I'm going. If I was paying attention, they would die by running into me. Oh man, that's rough.
You've got dangerous eyes. I like that.
Why didn't you do BT first? Because I think I like this build better.
Good feeling about this.
Okay, well Zara dies here if she doesn't flash. Wow, apparently I die as well. This I just got the nuked by Jinx. It's kind of surprising I died there. I had my whole team around me, but it didn't matter. Let me see that again. Like, I have my whole team there, man. How does nobody go on Jinx? Oh my god. So random. Like, everybody's popping away from Jinx as I go for my play. Then one person runs into the traps. That sucks. Jinx is getting strong. Oh my god, Kane.
Get cocky.
Oh god, okay, I need to put my tryhard pants on. I think they're playing really bad. No more going for somewhat semi-risky plays for the support then. Or wasting ult on the support.
Sure you can
Gotta play the 1v9.
summoner.
Oh. I'm nearly got ult back up. Okay, don't even need it. It's fine. Close to BT now then. We could potentially do Baron here. I think we should. I just need to wait for my jungler to show up. There we go. But shit, oh god. Okay, we got the Baron at least, my bad. I was zoned out there. Just thinking about what I want to do with my build once I hit full build. I didn't notice his Ahri as well. Okay, at least we got a turret for that as well. Oh my god, the Baron. How do you get 10 CS per minute? Generally just with smart macro. Don't need anything else. Obviously it helps a little bit if you are actually... Well, it helps significantly if you are better than all the opponents, because then they're not killing you much. And if anybody's standing in the way between you and farm, you can just kill them, and then they're not in the way anymore. But mostly, aside from that, it is just macro. Macro makes a huge difference for getting good CS per minute. Would he lose that? Iron or bronze? Okay, bronze now. Or, actually, bronze or iron, one or the other.
I know what I'm doing.
Is Herolda's Navori Oppo good? That sounds really random. Probably not. Yeah, I can get a red elixir now. I'd like the base for that. But yeah, I think probably I'll eventually want to sell my Hubris for Navori. Get myself to 100% crit.
You've got dangerous eyes.
Not perma ARAMing also helps in lower elo, so many side waves not getting collected. Yeah, exactly. I suppose I'm already full build, but I actually do still want to farm to optimize my build. Oh crap, my ability just got eaten up. Actually, maybe it didn't go on cooldown though. If I had vision, maybe I could decide whether I want to go and jinx or not, but I don't have enough information. Oh. Oh, almost had him. I think I needed one more auto. Is she dead to that? You know, maybe she walked in a straight line out, maybe. If Vigos is up here, I just kill him, I think. I had barrier if... No, actually I didn't have barrier if I needed it. I had flash if I needed it, but yeah. He just doesn't do enough burst. I figured I could try and bait him there instead of running away. Okay, now I don't need to farm because I have enough to swap on my build. I'm gonna miss the hubris though, it does such funny burst, but I think overall having probably Navori for lower cooldowns would be ideal. Jesus. Johnny wants to base race. Oh man. Can't quite finish him. Oh wow, he was so close to dying as well. Oh my god. Damn. She did a lot of damage. I'm gonna miss you, buddy, but yeah, I need to sell you. I mean, there's an argument to be made that it's better than Bloodthirster, but I just doubt it. It's gotta be this that I swap out. Just feels bad to have stacked it all game and then have to sell it. I don't want, or do I maybe want Essence Reaver over Navori, because that would at least keep my burst to really high still. We'll try Navori. I'll feel whether it's good or not. If you're dying to just AD, is Jay not better than Navori here? Personally I would probably say not.
What I'm doing.
Considering I've already like got so much, like my build is so progressed that crit scales insanely well, I don't think it would be good to swap out a crit item for GA. That's also why I have to swap out the Hubris, even though it was so insanely stacked. Because as insanely stacked as it was, it's still not worth taking over a crit item which scales insanely well late game. Wanted to try and run past them. Okay, nice try. Nice. Jesus, he turned into Senna and I just blew him up because he's fucking Senna. Okay, this time she flashes out. I'm obviously not as strong in my ER combos anymore, by the way. Oh, what the hell? Well, I'm dead. The fuck? We just ran into Yone and died. Kane. That wasn't expected. Team Kane's a small, weak Kane's? Yeah, tell me about it. Like, what the fuck is that? I'll just try Essence Reaver. I'm not sure which is better here. Yeah, what the fuck was this, Kane? Like, what? I think I got baited into walking up with him. I assumed he had some kind of plan. Yeah, I tried to follow up, but then he's just dead. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? They might get Baron off of that. That sucks, but we can't do anything about it. Or can we? They would only be 3 on it. They're not on it. Okay, not yet at least. Oh, they get soul if they get this Infernal Drake though. We should probably just rush to Infernal. Because there's a decent chance that even if we get the Infernal, they won't have actually started the Baron and won't just rush it. But if we try and go do Baron and they start the Infernal, they probably just one-shot it before we can react. So let's go do this.
Don't get cocky.
Oh! Fuck, I'm dead. My bad, I didn't notice Yone. I was about to ult. Oh no. Well, I guess we got the small problem right now of not being one of the best scaling ADCs. I'm not bad scaling, but... yeah, it's not super easy to 1v9 late game. I think I'm gonna have to go for shield bow. It's a good thing I've got so much gold I can just take forever in deciding what's actually the optimal build here. Plus one-shots everyone there, I feel like, yeah. Also, if I just didn't have Yone ulting onto me, I think my ult would have been hitting like 3-4 people. Like, I was about to ult these guys when I suddenly got jumped by Yone. Losing to inhibs isn't the end of the world. Unless we've still got 1 inhib down ourselves. I need to replace my elixir. Oh, they get Baron though, that sucks. Baron and 2 inhibs. That is gonna be tough.
I know what I'm doing.
We could try and collapse on Heimer. He might greed for another wave here. Or they might be on the red. Yeah, they are on the red. So if my team was following me, we already pretty much would have killed Viego, but we can still try. Yeah, perfect. Do you push these bot lane waves? Ooh. Okay, well I got 1. Where's the team? Were they killing someone there? Helen, I don't know where he went on the map. Top lane for some reason. Hang on, the replay isn't opening. But I feel like these guys weren't fighting anybody, right? They could have been helping me. Maybe they were getting zoned by Zarapas? It feels like they're fighting someone, I just can't tell. Maybe it was Yone with his E. Maybe the reason I can't see him is because he E'd back. What replay tool do you use? Replay HUD. Looks like they were fighting Yone? Yeah, they must have been. Shame I didn't kill a hammer as well. Maybe we can collapse on Yone. God, he is not taking any damage. I don't get how he is this tanky. I actually have to flash out, it's crazy. I'm also not lifestealing because the minions take no damage. Wow, this is insane. Oh my god. Yeah, I literally just don't have enough scaling to actually carry this game. I don't have enough damage to deal with this Viego. Not Viego, sorry. Yone. Okay, that sucks. First loss. Wait, holy shit, I wasn't even recording this game. What the fuck? Oh no. Still was a good game, even if I lost. Fuck. Maybe Kane didn't deserve the honor, but fuck it. What? Yeah, I guess it was kind of a game where I needed to 1v9, but if I were to pick an ADC to 1v9 at the 40-minute stage, it wouldn't be Misfortune. It would be Jinx or Aphelios or Zeri, Caitlyn. This was not it. My ult felt useless against Yone as well. I couldn't find any ult angles because I would just... If I tried channeling ult, it would just give Yone a free ult onto me as well. So it would get immediately interrupted and also make me stand still for the Yone ult. And even if he missed his ult, even if it was just diving on me with a Z, it obviously meant that I also still couldn't use my ult because I had to deal with the Yone that was on top of me. So she turned out to be not the greatest this game. I mean, it worked fine, it just wasn't an ideal scenario for 1v9ing. This wasn't a terrible Misfortune game, it just wasn't the pick that could 1v9 this game, unfortunately, given the circumstances. Actually, fuck it, I'm gonna end the stream here, I think. I'm getting hungry. Still on 3 atoms after 42 minutes? Jesus. Oh, some of you were asking at the start of the game, by the way, if that Jinx was smurfing. I'll check that.